Okay. Hello, I'm Kayhan Barabi, and I will be your host. Welcome to the first episode of our Liverpool Week in Review podcast. It will be called Walk On. Walk on, walk on, with open yard, and you'll never walk alone. Thank you. You'll never walk alone. Thank you. And before I can introduce him, this will be my co-host, Mr. Jimmy Jingles. Yeah, I'm Jimmy Jingles. Well, we are a little late to the party. It is match day 3. But just like Anfield, it took a little while to get this set together. But we're here now, so let's get this rolling. We're here to cover this week's matchup, which is Tottenham Hotspur versus Liverpool FC at White Hart Lane. As Liverpool wait for renovations to conclude at Anfield, they're yet to play a home match this season. Let's take a look at the standings before the conclusion of the Spurs match. At that point, Liverpool was in 9th place, having played 2 matches, a thrilling away win at Arsenal at the Emirates, and a not-so-good 2-0 loss at newly promoted side Burnley. Spurs, on the other hand, had an away draw at Everton and a home 1-0 victory at Crystal Palace. So they sat in 6th with 4 points. Well, let's take a look at the lineups for this matchup. Interesting matchup. Spurs finished 3rd in last year's Premier League standings. They are in the Champions League. Liverpool will be aspiring to make top 4. They'll need to improve and be more consistent if they are to accomplish that. We'll take a look first at the Tottenham lineup, starting with the goalkeeper, the Dutchman, Michael Vorm. Left back, Englishman Danny Rose. Centre backs, both from Belgium, Jay Vertonghen, Toby Alderweireld. Right back, number 2, Kyle Walker. In midfield, anchoring the midfield would be the Kenyan captain, Victor Wanyama. From Denmark, Christian Eriksen will be on the wing, Dele Alli from England in the middle, and Eric Dyer also in the middle, Eric Lamela, the Argentinian, on the right. And of course, their talisman and their captain, Harry Kane, up front. For Liverpool, a familiar lineup seems what manager Jurgen Klopp has been going with. Simon Mignolet, the Belgian, starting. The Croatian Dejan Lovren gets the nod at centre back, and Joel Matip gets his first Premier League start after transferring from Schalke in the Bundesliga this summer. The Englishman Nathaniel Klein will get the nod at right back, and James Milner will start over the struggling Alberto Moreno at left back. That's an interesting point of interest right there. We might discuss that some more a bit later on. Jordan Henderson, the Liverpool captain, will anchor the midfield right in front of the defense, and Georgino Wijnaldum, the Dutchman, Liverpool's new signing from Newcastle United, will sit right next to him. In front of them will be the forwards, Adam Lallana going through the middle, Coutinho on the left, the Brazilian, and Sadio Mane, the Senegalese international, also on the right forward at the right flank. Roberto Firmino, interestingly, gets another start over Daniel Sturridge. We might also discuss that a little further later on. Important substitutes for Tottenham. Vincent Janssen from Holland cannot find a spot in the starting lineup, although he will be an influential player for them this season. For Liverpool, Divock Origi and the aforementioned Daniel Sturridge will be starting the match on the bench. Let's take a look at some of the pictures of the action that occurred on Saturday, so we'll have a point of reference for what we're discussing. If you've If you've already seen the matchup and don't care to see any highlights or pictures, you can skip to the next segments. So early in the game, Liverpool seemed to have to weather a bit of a storm, didn't they, Jimmy? Yeah, a little bit shaky defending from Joel Matip. Understandable, his first Premier League start. Jitters and all, but he recovered well and nothing came of the chance. Matip had a good game in my opinion. Alright, so Tottenham came out with some fire, but this was the first real good opportunity of the game. Here's the center back Joel Matip starting in his first ever EPL match. He sends this interesting pass on the ground straight through the middle of the pitch, looking for a forward, but no one was expecting it. Regardless, Liverpool lose the ball. Yes, but one of the strengths of Klopp's pressing style is going all out to win the ball back. Especially this early in the match, fatigue is no issue. So here are the three forwards, Coutinho, Firmino and Mane. Firmino already does a good job getting up to the goalkeeper, rushing at him. Mane sees the pass as going to the centre-back, Vertonghen, who has to rush a quick pass to Eriksen. The pass is too strong since he was rushed, and Eriksen's first touch fails him. Lallana is full of energy this early in the match and slides in to push the ball perfectly toward Mane. Mane then pushes the perfect pass into Firmino's run, and Liverpool's hard work turns into a golden opportunity. Okay, now here's a point of interest because the Liverpool fans' consensus top forward, Daniel Sturridge, is on the bench. Now whether that's because he's not fit or because he just wasn't preferred by the manager, really doesn't matter at this point. We'll discuss that a little later on. But now Firmino's got the ball in a great position. Okay, at this point he can shoot the ball. Doesn't have a great angle on it though. Tottenham centre-back Toby Alderweireld thinks the shot's gonna fly and flies past him as Firmino cuts in nicely. He could probably still shoot, but instead lays off a perfect pass to Coutinho, who hits it straight at the goalkeeper. What happened there, Jimmy? Why didn't Coutinho put this away? What happened? Well, it seems Firmino's pass was weighted nicely, and Coutinho has the time, just doesn't place it in the corner. Pretty bad miss. Great play from Lallana, Mane and Firmino. Results in no goal. Should be 1-0 Liverpool. So as soon as the restart hits, Tottenham have the ball up the field, and Sadio Mane has to rush back and help defend. Yeah, which he's more than willing to do, but not a good tackle. Gives up a bad free kick. Yeah, so the Christian Eriksen free kick tests Mignolet, but Mignolet does get it out of the box. Now, do you think this will be a problem in the future for Jurgen Klopp? Does he have to get Sadio Mane to control himself a little bit on defense? Well, maybe. We know Klopp loves his energy going forward. It's great for his pressing game, but he does seem to be a bit reckless at the back. It's not good if he's going to be giving up a bunch of free kicks and taking cards for his team, but we'll see. We'll discuss this a little bit later on as well, because it's a recurring theme in this match. So the next few minutes saw Tottenham have some possession. Liverpool sat back and defended pretty well, actually. Were you surprised that Klopp actually asked his team to sit back against Spurs and not press the entire time early in the match? No, probably just trying not to be so predictable. And there's different ways to press. You don't always have to press straight up the field. You could press into the passing lanes, force mistakes that way, and that's what they did. Tottenham did end up losing the ball on several occasions, with Liverpool seeming to just sit back in a bit of a 4-5-1, asking Coutinho and Mane to sit back. But they were ready to burst down the field when they did get the ball back. Onto the 12th minute sees Tottenham have a chance going forward as Harry Kane gets away with a bit of a push on Dejan Lovren. Yeah, it was an entertaining battle between the two as Lovren was basically asked to man-mark Kane all by himself, which he was more than up to the challenge. So Liverpool then have to scramble back defensively, and they do a good job of it. Yeah, Adam Lallana in particular, who has no regard for his body, just flings himself at the ball and just causes a bit of a deflection. So then after the ball gets battered around a bit, Georginio Wijnaldum's header doesn't clear completely, and Dele Alli scuffs the Tottenham chance with his off foot. It should have done better with it, really. The very next possession sees a great pass from Georginio Wijnaldum going forward to Sadio Mane, who then tries to recreate his magical run from the Emirates 2 weeks prior, but Coutinho is offside. Still no goals. So far this season, it looks like Klopp is giving Wijnaldum the free rein to go forward, asking Jordan Henderson to sit back and sort of do that old Stevie G role at the latter stages of his career, or the old Lucas Leiva role, holding the midfield, trying to win balls in front of the defense. Doesn't necessarily suit Jordan Henderson's strength, but he's going to have to figure that position out if he wants to find a spot on the pitch. The 17th minute sees a bad shot from Nathaniel Klein, or was this a pass, Jimmy? Beats me. You'd have to ask him that for yourself. A minute later, Coutinho and Firmino try their old 1-2 as Coutinho takes the shot from outside the box, but it goes wide. Maybe a little bit of play move with Spurs, see it coming. Don't give Coutinho much room to let it fly. So the last 5 minutes see Liverpool have possession and a few chances. Liverpool definitely seem the stronger side so far. 19th minute now as Mikel Vorm has to race out and beat Sadio Mane to the ball. Really great bit of goalkeeping, decisive, strong, everything you want from the keeper. Right decision to come out, get the ball back. Right decision to come out, get the ball before Mane gets there. It could be trouble. Might as well just take care of itself. Tottenham finally win the ball back as Adam Lallana gives the ball away. Lallana just holding on to the ball for way too long, just gets pickpocketed. Good spell of possession for Liverpool though, past few minutes. So here's Liverpool sitting back again as Tottenham make the mistake and throw the ball away. In this situation, Kyle Walker just takes his eyes off the ball, lets Wanyama's pass just go past him. Not good at any level. Here's some more of that Lovren-Kane battle we were talking about earlier. Lovren all by himself with Kane. This time it's a foul on Kane. Lovren looking to just get in there and frustrate him. Here's a little bit of a deja vu as Liverpool finds space for Mane up the field, and it's another race between Mane and Vorm, the Tottenham keeper. Nice sweeping tackle from Vorm outside the box. Had to be perfect or it would have been a red. Good play by Liverpool. Tottenham survive again. Another long-range Coutinho effort in the 23rd is deflected wide for a corner as he cuts into the middle. It had been kind of his trademark move. Everyone's hip to it now. Would be surprised to see any team give him any space outside the box right there. 24th minute now, penalty shot for Liverpool as Jay Vertonghen takes down Joel Matip in the box as they wait for a corner. No penalty though. Honestly, seemed like a penalty to me. Why even risk putting your hands all over someone like that? 26th minute here, nice left-footed pass from Mane to Coutinho. Kyle Walker completely messes up the offside trap. Coutinho had Mane completely open if he saw him. Elects to take the shot himself instead. Can't squeeze it through. So right as you say Kyle Walker gets lost on an offside track, he goes down and he has to be taken off. Yeah, it seems yet a bit of an illness, not thinking straight, better for the team if he comes off. So the Dutchman Vincent Janssen is the one to come off. What do you make of that move by Pochettino? It definitely shows Pochettino is the one who feels he must shake things up. Things not going well for Spurs at all. Brings on a forward to replace the defenders. Spurs have to reshift. Puts Janssen all the way at the top, moving Kane right behind him, and going with more of an attacking lineup, try to get anything going. Eric Dyer's going to be the one to have to switch to right back and cover Kyle Walker's departure. The 30th minute saw a half chance for Tottenham as Dele Alli sees his chance blocked by Dejan Lovren. Yeah, maybe a little bit of a cagey few minutes for Liverpool as they don't know exactly where Tottenham are moving all the players after the injury and such. On to the 31st minute now. Now a Tottenham penalty shout as Janssen thinks Matip takes him down. I don't think this is a penalty. Janssen seems to go down way too easily, even though it looks like Matip holds him back. Well, who knows what the rules are these days? 32nd minute sees Mane finally pick up a yellow card for a foul on Dele Alli. On to the 34th as Lallana squanders the ball. Just holding onto the ball way too long, too many touches. Not more than a minute later, Mane, another foul. Lucky to not get another yellow for a player who's been red carded 6 times in his career. Alright, so this is where Liverpool strike gold. Describe what happens for us here. Well, it's a perfectly weighted pass from Matty, who was smartly trying to attack Eric Dyer at right back, not his natural position, forced to play there due to injury. The Melanoses tries to help cover that area, ends up clipping Firmino, causing him to trip on himself. Definitely a penalty. Milner steps up, places it neatly in the corner. 1-0 Liverpool. The end of the half sees Tottenham get the ball into the box, but nothing came of it as Milner and Lallana clearances killed the half off. Yeah, a good half for Liverpool. Took well advantage of the Kyle Walker injury to take the lead into the half. Although it could have been a much bigger lead, they controlled most of possession, had the chances, and kept Spurs at bay, defending tenaciously. Well, there's the first half for you. We'll be back with the second half review in just a bit.